All right, let's talk about something every dentist knows all too well: documentation burnout. It's that mountain of paperwork, right? The thing that keeps you chained to your desk long after the last patient is left. Well, today, we're going to dive into how a smart AI workflow can completely change that, helping you reclaim your evenings and, get this, actually leave on time every single time.
I mean, does this scene feel a little too familiar? You know the one. The clinic's gone quiet, your team's headed home, but you're still sitting there, just buried under a pile of notes. That after-hours grind, it's a massive source of burnout for so many of us. But what if I told you there's a system, a real one, that helps you get all of this done during the workday, so you can actually leave?
Okay, so here's our game plan to get you out that door on time. We'll start by looking at what I call the documentation trap. Then we'll walk through an optimized AI-powered day. After that, we'll get into smart batching for max efficiency, how to scale this up for your whole team, and finally, we'll look at the numbers, the real proof of the payoff.
All right, first up, Section 1, the documentation trap. And here's the thing I really want you to hear. Those late nights, they are not your fault. It's not a personal failing, it's a workflow problem. And that is exactly the kind of problem AI is perfectly designed to solve. And wow, this comparison really says it all, doesn't it? On the left, you've got the old way, the reality for so many dentists, just hours of manual note-taking after everyone's gone home. But on the right, that's the new way. That's where we're going. We're talking about integrated AI assistants that literally turns minutes of work into seconds.
So what does this actually look like day to day? Let's jump into Section 2, your optimized AI day. This is the fun part, a minute-by-minute look at what a schedule powered by AI really feels like. And this isn't some far-off theory. It's a concrete plan you could literally start using tomorrow.
So take a look at this schedule. It probably looks pretty familiar, but notice the key differences. We've got our patient blocks, but now they include something called quick notes. And see those two dedicated short windows, one at lunch and one at 4:30? That's for batch documentation. This simple structure is the secret sauce. It's what lets you clear out your entire note queue and walk out that door right at 5 p.m. No kidding.
Okay, so what exactly are these quick notes that I keep mentioning? Honestly, it's super simple. It's just a system for jotting down the absolute essential clinical data during a visit. Think of it like shorthand, measurements, codes, maybe a direct quote from the patient. You're not writing a novel here, you're just grabbing the raw ingredients for the AI to cook with later.
And here is a perfect real-world example. Let's say you're doing a crown prep. Look at this note. Tooth number, anesthetic, core material, impression type, and a quick patient quote. That's it. This is the kind of thing you can scribble down in literally under 30 seconds, maybe while the patient is rinsing. It's that fast.
And now for the magic trick. You take that little shorthand note, you paste it into an AI platform, and bam! In about 60 seconds, it expands that into a complete professional soap note. This is the absolute core of the whole system. It's a time-saving engine that turns those few seconds of your work into a perfectly finished document. All right, ready to level up? Let's jump into Section 3, smart batching. Because doing one note at a time is great, but batching is where you get these massive, incredible efficiency gains. We're talking about how to process an entire morning's worth of notes in like 15 minutes. Seriously.
So there are really 3 key windows where you can do this. You could knock out a batch mid-morning, while everything's still fresh in your head, or you could do what a lot of people do and just process the entire morning's worth of patients at lunchtime. And of course, there's the end-of-day batch to clear the afternoon queue right before you leave. The best part is you can find the rhythm that works for you and your clinic's flow.
Okay, and for all you power users out there, here's a pro tip: the parallel processing technique. This is so cool. You just open up, say, 4 browser tabs with your AI platform, you paste a different patient's quick notes into each one, then you just hit submit on all of them at once. The AI works on them all simultaneously, and you just sit back and review the finished notes as they pop up. This is how you can clear 4, 5, even 6 notes in just a couple of minutes. It's a game changer.
Okay, let's move on to Section 4, scaling this up for your team. Because look, this is amazing for a solo dentist, but the real magic happens when you turn this from a solo habit into a full-on, clinic-wide system.
And one of the absolute best ways to do that is by building a shared prompt library. Just think about it. You use something simple like a shared Google Drive. You organize folders by task, evaluations, progress notes, or even by diagnosis. The benefits are huge. A new hire can get up to speed so much faster. The quality of your notes becomes super consistent across the board. And my favorite part? When one person discovers a better prompt, everybody wins, instantly.
Which brings us to our final section, and it's a big one, measuring your AI payoff. Because, feeling less stressed and leaving on time is awesome, but seeing the cold, hard data, that's what really proves how valuable this is.
Just look at this chart. Before AI, the average time to write a single progress note was about 10 minutes. We all know that feeling. But after implementing this AI workflow, that time is slashed to just 3 minutes. That is a massive reduction for one of the most common things you do all day. Just imagine how much time that saves you over a whole week or a month.
And let's talk return on investment, the ROI. A good AI tool might run you, $40 a month? But think about the time you get back. We're talking about maybe $1,000 worth of your time that you're no longer spending on unpaid documentation. The math on that is just staggering. It's a 2,500% ROI. It is, without a doubt, one of the smartest, easiest financial decisions you can make for your practice.
And this dashboard just pulls it all together. Look at the story it tells over just 3 months. Average time per note, down from 10 minutes to 3. Total daily documentation time, it plummets from 2.5 hours down to 45 minutes. And the big one, time you leave the clinic goes from 6:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. on the dot. And here's the kicker. Look at the quality score. It actually goes up. Why? Because the AI ensures everything is consistent and complete. So it's not just faster, it's actually better.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. When you put a system like this in place, you're realistically looking at getting back 5, maybe even more, hours every single week. So, what would you do with that time? Would you spend it with your family? Would you invest it back into growing your practice? Or would you just go home on time and recharge? It's your time. The choice is yours.